Hey you guys, it's Coach Kessa here. Thank you for joining us. We are on day 3 of Coaching at a Glance and what we do as coaches. And today what I'm going to share with you is the power of social media. So you might think, I don't want to be blasting everything all over my page, right? It's probably something that you're concerned with. You don't want to come off as salesy like we talked about yesterday. You guys, those are all totally natural concerns, and I felt the exact same way when I started. The great thing about social media is it really has the power to be utilized as kind of branding yourself, advertising. And when I say that, I do not mean that you're going to be jumping on Facebook, and that's the platform I choose to use. You could use Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. I don't know if people do Twitter or not, but for just talking's sake, we're going to talk about Facebook today. That's what I use. You can have a personal page on Facebook. You can have a like page. I know successful coaches that have done both. For me personally, I do have both, and I right now work from my personal page. What I noticed on my like page is it was just the same people, and it was a lot to keep up with. So as coaches, you're always tweaking to see how you can reach more people. And we're always growing. That's what I love about this. So when I started, I literally remember, and that was 4 years ago, that I never wanted more than 150 people on my wall. And it was set to private. I didn't want people seeing my things. I talked about family and pictures and, but as a coach, I realized that this was such a powerful tool and I needed to start utilizing it. So I did make my profile page public. If there are people that I don't want to see my stuff, I just block them so they can't see it. So I recommend doing that if that's your worry. As far as growing a network on Facebook, I only have my family and friends I hear a lot of. And I did too, 150 people. Now I have, over 1,700. Now, do all 1,700 people see my stuff? Of course not. But there's more people I'm sure seeing out of 1,700 versus 150. And as long as I can continue to expand my reach, that's what my goal is. So, let me give you a couple tips on how I have grown my market. And then I'm going to talk to you about branding yourself on Facebook. So what I do, you guys, honestly, and it took me a while to do this, but I think it's a great idea and I wish I would have known it sooner. And when I go out or I'm talking to somebody, I'm meeting somebody new, I'm always looking to see where I can fill a need, to be honest. I mean, that's just where my mind is now. And everyone has a need to be filled. So, you just meet people and you're growing your market. And honest to God, towards the end of the conversation, let's just say it's a waitress and I'm at Ruby Tuesdays and I really like her energy. She's, training, this happened. She's training to be the manager there. At the end of the conversation where it's clicking, it was like grab my phone out, open up Facebook and be like, hey girl, are you on Facebook? I'd love to connect. And guess what? Mostly every single person, you guys, is on Facebook. So if you just open up your phone and you're going through it and go to your Facebook, type her name in and ask and it's better to do it when they're right there in front of you because it's their name that showed up, it's the right person. And a lot of times they'll be like, oh yeah, that's me. Everyone loves, Dale Carnegie, everyone loves to hear their own name and be talked about. So in good ways. So anyway, that's what I do. That's one of my major tips, how I have grown my network so much from 150 to 1,700 people. You do the math. I'm not sure what it is, but I know that's a high percentage. So don't be afraid to do that. And then what I always do is I make sure, and I don't say always, sometimes I slack, I make sure in a day or two or that day, whatever, is to send them a private message. Thanking them, for the ad, right? And then just maybe ask a question. You want to be getting to know people. You want them to trust you. And again, everyone has a need, you guys. Everyone has a need. Think about why you're even listening to me right now. you had a need that needs to be filled, that whoever invited you here feels they can help fill that need for you. Or I know there's people I've invited that I just know would rock this out, and I want to link arms with them and, run together, right? So when you're out getting your hair cut, when you are grocery shopping and you just start talking to somebody, you just have to get out of your own comfort zone if that's one of yours, and just smile and talk to people, okay? And it's not you're talking to them because you want to make a sale. You're talking to them because you want to build a relationship with them. And, you're not going to build relationships with every single person that you add to Facebook. I understand that. But again, we're talking about growing your network, and that's the best tip I can give you. So let's move on to branding. Let's just do some do's and don'ts, okay? So do's. What I do, and we teach our team, is that you want to be posting 2 to 3 times a day. Now you might say, Kessa, that's crazy. I don't even post once a day. Okay, well, we can talk about that and we can figure out what works for you. This is just a general way. Facebook has a popularity contest. It's called Affinity. So you want to make sure you are posting content that people are liking immediately so it stays in the news feed and more of your friends are going to see it. So I post and I think about 5 interests that I have and kind of work my post around them. So in the morning time, I really like to post some positive motivational poster notes, whatever, something that's positive and motivational. Sometimes even an Eric Thomas YouTube video. I love something that's going to get people up and going. That's what I like in the morning. So I do that. I post stuff about personal development. I definitely share my journey. So right now I do PiYo and Asylum. I drink Shakeology every day. I'm trying new products. So I'm talking about that, but I'm not selling them. I'm just sharing my journey, letting them know, hey, this is what I'm up to. I'm doing a Sanity Asylum. I'm scared to death. It's kicking my butt. I am an instructor for PiYo. My class is getting bigger. They are all, growing and improving. I also talk about my family, and I like to cook. So those are like my 5 interests. I think those were 5. Beachbody's in there, you guys, but that's not the only thing, okay? If you have awesome recipes and you can share with somebody, share that. And you're thinking about people, your niche. Who do you want to work with? I'm going to tell you, you don't want to work with everybody. You want to have a focus of people that you want to work with. And mine has changed over time. I love working with people that have a lot of weight to lose. I think it's an amazing transformation to just be standing there next to them. But I also love working with women that have been fit before or are small like I am and want to know how to live more of an optimal life. So those are the kind of people that I'm looking at right now. How can I help them? So anyway, having those 5 interests are going to start branding yourself. So after almost 4 years, people know I'm the fitness girl, that, I'm healthy and I enjoy doing Spartan races and I have children. They know that about me because that's what I share about me. They know that I'm a coach. They know I love to travel, that coaching has helped me change and travel and pay off debts. So I share all of that stuff. But it's not like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Come and buy something from me. Join my challenge group. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. That's salesy. And like we talked about yesterday, we don't want to be salesy. I love it when new coaches or people that are interested in it says, I don't like sales. And my response is, great. We don't sell. We build business or we build relationships. That's what we do. And in turn, you're helping people. You're filling a need. You're helping them reach their goals, and then you naturally reach your goals and your business starts to grow. That's amazing. That's amazing that we can do this all from social media, all from Facebook. That's what I do it from, all from Facebook. I've been able to help my babysitter as a child 1,000 miles away from me lose 100 pounds, gain confidence, and is running her own fit club. I had a hand in that 1,000 miles away, and it's all thanks to Facebook. That's why. So start thinking about, let's switch. We're not sales We're relationship developers. We're relationship builders. It's incredible, you guys, the people that I have met because of not having an agenda, but really getting to know them has been incredible. I have so many friends now just because of Facebook and their true, genuine relationships. So use this as a tool to build relationships, share your journey, and help end the trend of obesity is what the mission is. And to help people lead happy, healthy, peaceful lives. That's what we all want to do. So thank you so much. Social media is something that we could talk about all day long. So as you dive in, and if you decide this is something that you want to try, we have Facebook training that you can go through and listen that will teach you. So remember, we're not into sales. We are into building relationships, finding a need, and you can do all of that on Facebook. Have a great day, you guys. Thanks for listening.